Hello and welcome to one of the most beautiful spots in this country. This is Bodh Gaya in south central Bihar, and we are at the Metta Buddharam temple with this beautiful site. And we've been traveling around Bihar and talking politics all the time, so it's lovely to be in this apolitical, unbiased setting. Thank you very much for joining us. Today we plan to look at the connection between the Bihar elections and the All India final results in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. We have spent a few days traveling across Bihar from Patna to Bodh Gaya, speaking with hundreds of voters, men and women, young and old. And this is a fascinating elections in which you will see the ordinary voter in Bihar is extremely well informed, analytical, and perhaps more than most other states in this country. First, it was important to understand the political demarcation in Bihar. Voters in the northern part of Bihar more clearly support the BJP or NDA, while voters in the southern part of Bihar, the Bhojpur and Magad regions, tend to support the UPA or India. The northeast corner has a high percentage of Muslim voters, and this area leans towards India. In the last Lok Sabha elections in 2019, the NDA swept. So the NDA will be hoping for a repeat of 2019 in 2024. On the other hand, the 2020 state assembly elections, after the Lok Sabha election, the NDA slipped badly. If you convert assembly result into Lok Sabha constituencies, the NDA fell from 39 down to 21 out of 40 seats, while the UPA climbed from 1 to 19 seats. State assembly elections are often good predictors of who will win the next Lok Sabha election. Looking at assembly elections over the past 20 years, 80% of the time the party that won the assembly election also wins the next Lok Sabha election in that state. But assembly elections are good forecasters when they are closer to the Lok Sabha elections, not 4 years ago like Bihar was. So that's a worry for the India alliance. Whether the assembly elections are a pointer or not, in our travels we found that this may not be a totally one-sided election.
नमस्ते जी, नमस्ते नमस्ते।
पता नहीं चलता नहीं है फिर कौन क्या है, लेकिन लगता है काटक चक्कर रहेगा दोनों में।
आगे कौन चल रहा है?
लालटेन चल रहा है।
मोदी को वोट दे रहे हैं कि विकास पर है।
जो मेरा घर का फैमिली जिधर जाएगा उधर ही हम भी जाएंगे ना।
हाँ आरजेडी को।
कि नीतीश जी को जो भाजपा ने जोड़ लिया, ये बहुत गलत काम किया। भाजपा ने उनको नहीं जोड़ना चाहिए, क्योंकि हम लोग भाजपा के पुजारी थे। आज उनको वोट देने से हम लोग डर रहे हैं।
देखिए इस इलेक्शन में तो तेजस्वी यादव सबसे आगे चलेंगे।
प्रधानमंत्री सब पैसा सुते थैया थी और कुछ देखे थी गरीब के राशन कार्ड वाला सब राशन मिले थे।
जो हो रहा है सब सही है।
हम तो दोनों से गुस्सा है, दोनों झूठ बोलते हैं कि ये तो पलटू चचा है ही नीतीश जी, कभी इधर पलटते हैं कभी उधर पलटते हैं, और एक जुम्मेबाजी करते हैं, वो ये देंगे वो देंगे, कुछ देते ही नहीं।
नीतीश कुमार का सोच बहुत अच्छा है, लेकिन थोड़ा कहा कीजिएगा इधर उधर तो खैर आना जाना है ये है, लेकिन उनका
पलटू राम।
हम जो विकास करेगा वही जीते, वही मेरा इच्छा है।
इस इलेक्शन में आगे कौन चल रहा था?
मोदी सरकार।
मोदी सरकार आगे।
जी
क्यों?
बहुत अच्छा, बहुत बढ़िया है।
मोदी जी ने युवाओं के लिए कोई ऐसा काम नहीं किया जिससे वो वोट मांगने के अधिकारी हैं।
इस तरह की हवा चलती है पूरे बिहार में और ये इलाके में।
इधर तो सर ऐसा है, लालू जी का हवा है। इसी की भी सरकार चचा आएगा तो ये महंगाई कोई कम नहीं कर सकता।
इस इलेक्शन में कौन पार्टी थोड़ा आगे बढ़ रहा?
जीत रहा हूँ मोदी।
कड़ाही छाप है।
मोदी रहेंगे तो मुमकिन है, मोदी के बिना नामुमकिन है।
एनडीए गठबंधन आगे चल रही है, इंडिया गठबंधन के तो वोटे नहीं है।
कोई विकास की बात करता है, जब कोई संविधान की बात करता है तो ये राम की बात करते हैं, मंदिर का बात करते हैं, धर्म की बात करते हैं।
यहाँ तो आरजेडी गठबंधन आगे है।
क्या सोचते हैं कौन आगे चल रहा है?
वही लालटेन वाला।
काफी देश में बदलाव किए इसलिए मोदी अभी आगे चल रहे हैं।
ये अपना मन का वोट है सर।
बिल्कुल,
जिनको बुझाएंगे जिनको देंगे।
इधर से जो है मतलब राहुल गांधी जो है आगे ट्रेड चल रहे हैं।
वोट देंगे कि नहीं देंगे?
वोट देंगे ना, काहे नहीं देंगे। 5 साल के बाद एक बार चांस आता है, किसी न किसी को तो देंगे ही हम।
So Dora, we met lots of people and it wasn't exactly everybody saying BJP or Modi. There was a little bit of diversity.
Yes, as you mentioned, we are in an area which is not a complete stranglehold of NDA. There's an area where the UPA or India does have some strength. So as a result, we did meet people who had differing opinions.
Right.
And Biharis are very good at politics, so there was a lot of heated discussion.
You had a lot of heated discussions. You were trying to convince them to vote one way or the other, Baj.
Yeah, always try and persuade people to follow whatever I feel. But no, taking off on Dorab's point, the 4 seats that are going in phase 1, 3 of those seats would, in the assembly elections, went to UPA or India. If you add up all the assembly things, only 1 went to the BJP. So this is a very strongish area for India.
Once again, the biggest asset for the NDA is the popularity of Narendra Modi. The Modi effect in elections is significant. In assembly elections, where the Modi factor is not absolutely key, the BJP wins on average 34% of the vote. In the same states, in the Lok Sabha elections, where Modi is the key campaigner, the BJP vote goes up to about 46%. That points towards the Modi effect being plus 12%, which is huge in determining election results. There's one other important factor that also contributed to that 12% increase and the BJP landslide in the 2019 Lok Sabha elections. That other big factor was the Pulwama attack, which changed the entire election story in 2019 and totally took the steam out of the opposition. But how important was Pulwama? If we move away from seats and votes and track the percentage chance of the BJP winning, it is stunning. Before Pulwama, the percentage chance of the BJP winning was a high 70%. 70% chance of being re-elected. But after Pulwama, that 70% went up to nearly 90%, an amazing 19% improvement in their chance of winning. Remember, these are not vote percentages, but the percentage chance of winning. Based on our analysis, one could roughly estimate that the pure Modi effect was to improve the BJP's chances winning by about 20%, and the Pulwama effect another 28%, taking the odds of winning for the BJP up to an unprecedented 90% chance. So, Dora, while there's no Pulwama this time, there is Ayodhya. Do you get the impression that Ayodhya will have the same electoral impact as Pulwama?
You know, Ayodhya and Pulwama have 2 major differences. Pulwama happened just before the election. It is like a 9/11. So the benefit was instant in times of national crisis. The government of the day always has people coming out to help it. The Ram temple has been brewing for a long time. It had opened in January. So the effect will be there, but not the stunning, powerful effect that, like a single shot being fired.
But when you talk to people, was Ayodhya the big driving force, did you find, or not as much?
I think people mentioned Ayodhya, but I agree with Rob, it's not a driving force in that sense. But if you see the Prime Minister's speech and the way that people are campaigning, BJP, they used religion and Ram Mandir and, that it was Ram Navami and all this.
The politics of Bihar is currently seeing a huge shift away from the old guard to a new young leaders like Tejashwi Yadav and Chirag Paswan and Samrat Chaudhary, BJP's Deputy Chief Minister. We spoke to each one of them, and each one more charismatic than the other. But first, why is the old guard not as relevant anymore? Sadly, first, the popular leader Ram Vilas Paswan has died. Nitish Kumar, who we met and saw at a local JDU office, looked quite frail. And then to Lalu, who's been very severely ill. But among the old guard, there's of course Mr. Modi, whose speeches show his oratory is still as charismatic and forceful as ever, and his content still as aggressive as ever.
बिहार में जंगल राज का सबसे बड़ा चेहरा आरजेडी है। भ्रष्टाचार में बिहार में भ्रष्टाचार का दूसरा नाम आरजेडी। बिहार की बर्बादी की सबसे बड़ी गुनहगार चारा घोटाले के नाम पर वोट मांगने वाले, क्योंकि उस पर तो अदालत से चारा चोरी की है, गरीबों को लूटा है, अदालत ने मोहर लगा दी है भाई। साथियों, आरजेडी ने बिहार को केवल 2 ही चीजें दी है। एक, जंगल राज, दूसरा भ्रष्टाचार। इन्हीं का दौर था जब बिहार में अपहरण और फिरौती एक उद्योग बन गया था। हमारी बहन बेटियां घर से बाहर नहीं निकल पाती थी। हमारे गया जैसे इलाके नक्सली हिंसा की आग में जलते रहते थे। जो जगह भगवान बुद्ध के नाम से जुड़ी हो, वहां नक्सली गोलियां चलती हो, ये हालत करके छोड़ दिया था। आरजेडी ने बिहार के कितने ही परिवारों को बिहार छोड़कर जाने पर मजबूर कर दिया था। साथियों, आज लूट का वही खेल ये लोग देश के साथ खेलना चाहते हैं।
Now that old fight between Modi and Lalu continues today. Lalu doesn't give any interviews these days, but after a long gap, he did, and he spoke to us in Patna. 34 years, you've suffered all kinds of accusations, cases, and you never joined the BJP. If you had just joined the BJP, all your cases you would have been a happy man. Half your problems would have been solved. Why didn't you switch sides?
बीजेपी के साथ मैंने सोच लिया कि कभी भी चाहे जो भी हो हमारे साथ हो रहा हो, जो भी सजा हो, जो भी प्रताड़ना हमको मिले, कि बीजेपी से, पार्टी लाइक बीजेपी और नरेंद्र मोदी से कभी भी हाथ नहीं मिलाएंगे और नहीं मिलाया, और इनको ध्वस्त करेंगे हम लोग। पूरे बीमार रहते हुए भी हम महसूस करते हैं कि हम बीमार नहीं हैं और इनको पराजित करेंगे। और मेरा लड़का तेजस्वी यादव प्रत्येक दिन जितना मेहनत कर रहा है और 4-5 रैली अभी चुनाव के समय में धूप इतने कड़कती धूप में कर रहा है, और हम लोग बिहार से अच्छा रिजल्ट हम लोग देंगे।
Why wouldn't you join, become ally with Modi? Why not?
ठीक पॉलिटिशियन नहीं, ये कमनल आदमी है और इसके समय में देश टूटा है, देश टुकड़ा टुकड़ा होने के कगार पर है। इसलिए हम लोग, मैं बहुत सारे नेताओं के साथ, बड़े बड़े राष्ट्रीय नेताओं के साथ हम रहे हैं। प्रधानमंत्री बनाया है, 2 प्रधानमंत्री बनाया है हमने, और हमने इस तरह का आदमी नहीं देखा।
आप मोदी जी को क्या एडवाइस दे सकते हैं? यदि एडवाइस पूछते हैं लालू जी मुझे एडवाइस दीजिए, आप क्या देंगे एडवाइस?
उनको एडवाइस हम यही देंगे कि अब चलिए, बहुत हो गया।
So it was great to see Lalu after so many years. We've known him.
Young days when he was milking a cow with you in his house. No, but I think he was frail. The actual is much better than we anticipated.
Yes,
he really
yes.
was. He was coherent. He's back to normal.
What did you feel that this aggression between Modi and Lalu carries on till today?
Well, that goes back a long time, and he's repeated in the statement that he wants him out. But he also said that he was going to start campaigning, which he has. The question is whether he will have the same impact or can actually carry out campaigning as much as he would like to. You can see the antagonism in Modi versus Lalu in the fact that the number of times in his speech, Modi repeats Jungle Raj and corruption. And that is a reference to the time that Lalu and Rabri were running the state.
Today, the young voter is crucial to the NDA to push further towards a landslide victory. In the 2019 election across the country, it was the older voters that gave the biggest swing to the NDA, almost twice as much as the younger voters' swing to the BJP. The swing of the younger voters was around 5%, while the swing of the older voters to the BJP was a high 9%. We spoke to many young voters. Their biggest concern is unemployment and jobs. which is where Tejashwi appears to have established a brand for himself.
हम लोग पिछले माह इधर बीजेपी को वोट किया था, नरेंद्र मोदी को देख चेहरे पे, लेकिन इस बार भरोसा टूट गया। हमने इस बार राहुल गांधी को,
मतलब इस बार बदलाव के लिए सब वोटिंग करेगा, क्योंकि युवाओं के लिए सरकार जो है जो उस तरह से
विकास के नाम
ऐसे नहीं किया मोदी सरकार, खाली मतलब हाँ बदलाव का हवा चल रहा है। नहीं मतलब उस तरह से आप घूमिएगा भी तो आपको पता चलेगा अथी में कि किस तरह से माहौल है युवाओं के बीच में।
पूरी तरह से कुमार सजीत का विजय तय है।
जैसे युवाओं से पूछिएगा तो बोलेगा कि बदलाव ही होनी चाहिए, क्योंकि युवाओं के लिए कोई नहीं, उनका जो मैनिफेस्टो भी आया है घोषणा पत्र उनमें भी कुछ है नहीं युवाओं के लिए।
आज तक बेरोजगार हैं। मैं पीजी का स्टूडेंट हूं और मेरा 4th सेमेस्टर का एग्ज़ाम कंप्लीट हो चुका है और आगे तैयारी कर रहा हूँ एक कंपटीशन का।
What are the main issues that you feel you want to see for India? Unemployment. Raise your hands who say job is most important issue in this elections.
Yes. Job and corruption free है।
75%.
कांग्रेस के राज में नौकरियां बहुत मिल रही थी, यहाँ भाजपा का आया तो नौकरी 0 सन्नाटा। युवा जो बेरोजगार है पढ़ लिख के उसके लिए वैकेंसी निकाले हर डिपार्टमेंट में और नौकरी दे, पर वैसा तो हो नहीं रहा है। अभी सब पढ़ लिख के बेरोजगार घूम रहे हैं।
मोदी रोजगार की बात करें ना, मंदिर क्यों बात करते हैं, रोजगार की बात करें।
बेरोजगारी है, नली गली भी नहीं है।
बिहार में क्या है कि युवाओं का है रोजगार नहीं है।
दे नीड जॉब, उनको रोटी चाहिए। तो ये चीज़ें हैं अब लोगों के मन में, और ये जो विकास की लहर है उसके हिसाब से एक प्रेशर बनेगा कि सरकार भी सिर्फ जाति के मुद्दों पे नहीं आ सकती, उन्हें कुछ सब्सटेंशियल देना होगा लोगों को।
बेरोजगारी यहाँ का बहुत बड़ा समस्या है।
बिहार के बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग हैं जो हमारे भाई लोग हैं जो बाहर जाते हैं काम करने के लिए।
इस सरकार में मैंने एक ही चीज देखा हूँ, सिर्फ महंगाई और बेरोजगारी।
We met the BJP's young leader Samrat Chaudhary, who is now the Deputy Chief Minister of Bihar.
लेकिन हमको लगता है कि बिहार, चूँकि हम कॉन्स्टेंटली विकास कर रहे हैं और जिस गति से पूरे देश के अन्य राज्य बढ़ गए, हम उस गति से नहीं आ पाए। इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के मामले में हम बहुत वीक थे, तो पहले हम लोगों ने इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को ठीक किया। आप सोचिए कि बिहार एक ऐसा स्टेट है जहाँ हम 95% बजट का राशि खर्चा करते हैं, क्योंकि हम पूरी तरह निर्भर हैं गवर्नमेंट एड, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट या स्टेट के, क्योंकि रेवेन्यू हमारे पास नहीं है। जब बिहार का बंटवारा हुआ तो हमारा मेजर जो रेवेन्यू था वो चला गया झारखंड, क्योंकि वो सरप्लस बजट करता था। उसके पहले कोई प्लानिंग नहीं था। लालू जी के पीरियड का सबसे बैकग्राउंड जो बैकफायर किया है वो है कि उन्होंने कोई प्लान नहीं किया, नाच गाना देखना, राजशाही, नथिंग एल्स। बस लोगों को ये कहना कि हम गरीबों के लिए कर रहे थे, बस वो माई के लिए ही, उससे ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं करते थे। वो अपने थ्योरी, अपने कंसेप्ट पे ही राजनीति करते थे। लेकिन बिहार, क्योंकि हमारे लिए अभिशाप है नेपाल का पानी, हम नॉर्थ बिहार पूरी तरह हम कंस्ट्रक्शन करने में ही हमको अधिक चीज़ें स्थापित हो रही थी। अभी जैसे ही डबल इंजन की सरकार बनी तो हमारे जो नॉर्थ बिहार में जो हमारी शुगर फैक्ट्रियाँ बंद थी, उसमें 9 शुगर फैक्ट्री हम लोगों ने लगभग चालू किया, जो इथेनॉल प्लांट के तौर पर होगा। जो वेस्टेज जो हमारे अनाज थे उसका उसमें संयोजन हो सकता है। लेकिन मेरा मानना है कि बिहार बदल चुका, बिहार और आगे बदलेगा, बिहार विकसित होगा। और मैं आपको एक गारंटी जरूर दे सकता हूँ, मैं 20 साल अभी राजनीति में रहूँगा और बिहार अगले 20 साल में इंडिया के टॉप स्टेटों में होगा।
Overall, these youngsters it's a huge change.
Yes, it is, and I think you see it in other ways also, that people like Rajiv Pratap Rudy, Ravi Shankar Prasad have been given tickets, but they are now out of the game. Those who've been in politics for 20 years in parliament, Mr. Modi is slowly putting them out to pasture. So you are seeing all three parties presenting guys who are in the 40s or 50s. So it's a young man's fight, like it used to be in the old days with Ramvilas Paswan, Desh Kumar and Lalu.
And these youngsters do have a connect with the voter. Of course, a large percentage of voters in Bihar are young.
Yeah, in fact, when we went to Tejashwi's rallies, both last time and this time, the crowd really takes to him. They get excited by him. They run after him when he's coming off the helicopter. They, support. And he seems to have managed to now become the face of the party.
Yes.
And I think the real thing is that they're all preparing for 2025 assembly when these three will be the faces of the...
Right. So one of the biggest factors in this election in Bihar is the women's vote. The turnout of women in Bihar is much, much higher than men's turnout. While the male voter turnout is around 55%, female voter turnout is 5% higher at 60%. This is of course partly due to the large number of migrants, mostly men, who have to leave Bihar to work in other parts of the country and can't return to Bihar on voting day. This higher percentage women turnout is clearly a major reason why all political parties focus on schemes for women. And it's about time too. As far as women vote across the country is concerned, the BJP appears to have a distinct advantage. The net swing to the BJP in the 2019 Lok Sabha election amongst men was just 2%, while the net swing to the BJP by women voters was more than double that at plus 5%. We spoke to a number of women in Bihar to understand their views on the issue and the various factors that are important for them in this election.
पहले बिहार का स्थिति इतना था कि बाहर नहीं जा सकते थे, अब तो 10 साल में इतना हुआ है कि हम लोग बाहर आ सकते हैं, अपने आप को रिप्रेजेंट कर सकते हैं।
अब गाँवों में पानी है, बिजली है, सड़कें बनी हैं।
बिहार में मुझे लगता है कि सेफ मैं फील करती हूँ।
पहले से तो बहुत अच्छा अब बिहार का कंडीशन है।
और ज़्यादा समझता ये है कि जो हम लोग जो महिला लोग हैं उस सबसे मैंने गुंडा लोग सब मैंने वर्जित है। रात के समय में मैंने आते जाते हैं, कुछ डर भय नहीं लगता है।
लाइटिंग की वजह से और सड़क की व्यवस्था की वजह से पहले से तो बेटर महसूस होता है।
I've seen the development has taken place. Girls are going out to study. The schools are being revived.
I think कि वुमेन को और ज़्यादा आगे होना चाहिए और खुद को रिप्रेजेंट करना चाहिए। मुझे लगता है कि बहुत डेवलप हुआ है ये 3-4 साल में।
सब कुछ तो अच्छे है, स्कूल में बढ़िया तो लाइक सब पढ़े थे सब।
हमारा इंडिया को बहुत अच्छा रिप्रेजेंट मिल रहा है और आगे भी ऐसा मिलेगा। हम लोग को एक अच्छे डॉक्टर चाहिए और अच्छे डॉक्टर के लिए हमें अच्छा एजुकेशन सिस्टम चाहिए।
मैं यही कहना चाहूँगी कि आप अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ को पैदा करें। जिस तरीके से बाहर स्टेट के लोग आप अपना खुद का सेल्फ स्टार्टअप कर रहे हैं, यहाँ के लोग सेल्फ स्टार्टअप करने में थोड़ा हिचकिचाते हैं। वो देखते हैं कि सरकारी नौकरी की तरफ ज़्यादा जाएं।
Are you going to vote the same way as your parents vote or you vote independent?
इंडिपेंडेंट।
कौन पार्टी आगे चल रहा है इस इलेक्शन में?
हमको नहीं पता,
लेकिन आप वोट देंगे?
हाँ वोट तो देंगे।
अपने मन में कि जो आपका हस्बैंड कहते हैं?
जी नहीं, जो हमको मन में हो वोट देंगे। हमसे पूछे तो बता भी देंगे कि हम किसको वोट देंगे।
बताइए।
जो मोदी के समर्थन में उनको वोट देंगे।
आप मोदी को देंगे?
बिल्कुल।
मोदी को क्यों?
क्योंकि देश हित में मोदी ही सही है।
Sudhana, when we went around, you interviewed a lot of women voters and they are quite aggressive. They say we vote independently, we don't care what our husbands say. But did you find that they were tilting a little more than men towards the BJP or difficult to say?
I think it is a fair assumption. But you got to hand it to the BJP in terms of strategy. It was once a Baniya party, then an OBC party, the non-Jata OBC party. They made the way and then they realized there's a large bank here. And everybody thought
large bank of women.
Voter bank.
Right.
And they said they're the first people to start giving things directly to women.
Right.
Whether it's the stoves, whether it's the money directly into their account. So they've realized it and done something about it.
Right.
And so I think they're benefiting from it.
I think they all talk about the fact that they've got gas, water. I mean, even in villages around here, they had piped water coming into the village, which, means that the village woman doesn't have to go get the water on her head and bring it to the house. They talk about the fact that they get ration. That ration thing is a big factor in...
But actually, in one way, Nitish started looking at women directly by giving free cycles for girl students, and that made a huge impact. But here the important thing is that when they get rations, they say Modi gave it. When there's corruption, they say that's not Modi's fault, that's local fault.
नहीं, हम लोग का राशन बना ही नहीं, यहाँ क्या है पता नहीं
है। एक तरफ से नहीं है।
मतलब कुछ गांव में जो है ना, आधा आदमी को मिलता है, आधा आदमी को नहीं मिल रहा है।
क्यों?
आधा आदमी के पास हुआ है, आधा आदमी के पास ही नहीं हुआ है।
अच्छा,
बहुत घोटाला है इधर।
घोटाला
बहुत है।
पास हुआ ही नहीं तो हम लोग को मिल नहीं रहा है, जो
कुछ
पास
भी
हुआ
अगर
उसको
ये
कुछ
जैसे
मिल रहा है।
ये घर के लिए क्या पास होता है, एक कॉलोनी पास होता है, उसमें आप वार्ड वाले को पैसा दीजिए तभी पास होगा, वरना नहीं होने देंगे वो लोग। घोटाला, उन्हें पैसे चाहिए फिर काम होगा, आगे बढ़ेगा। मोदी जी की तरफ से तो कोई गलती नहीं है, फिर गलती इधर है, इधर स्ट्रिक्ट ही नहीं है कोई सरकार।
He is the Annadata who gives.
Yeah,
If people in the middle take away, there is hardly anything he can,
It's not his
sitting
fault.
in Delhi, do about it.
In Bihar, 3.6 million houses have been built, from this scheme.
And you believe?
I think in the villages here, when I asked them whether the loans were coming, everybody said yes, and the money was coming, but they also said that they had to give a certain amount back.
So one of the big concerns for the BJP is not the Congress party. The Congress is basically fizzling away and has been for some time now. The bigger worry for the BJP is the rise of regional parties, not only across the country, and the same trend is being seen in Bihar. The major trend towards federalism in India is being seen both at the Lok Sabha and at the assembly level. Just take a look at the growth in regional parties and the decline of national parties at the state assembly level. It is amazing. There's a clear, sharp change in the fortunes of national versus regional parties. National parties have declined sharply, while regional parties have risen just as dramatically. And this is also true at the Lok Sabha level, but with a twist. From the first elections in 1952 onwards, take a look at the rise of the BJP. It became a more and more important national party. At the same time, a terrible decline on the Congress. That's another national party, and it went down. Since 1952, the rise of one national party has been because of a decline in the other national party, not because of any drop in the support for regional parties. In fact, regional parties have gradually grown over time. Federalism has not succumbed to centralization. This same trend is so clear in Bihar too. The dominant parties here are the regional parties, the JDU of Nitish Kumar and the RJD of Lalu and Tejashwi Yadav. In addition, another rising young regional leader is Chirag Paswan, who is gaining support every day. We spoke with Chirag Paswan, the next gen in Bihar.
We used to come and see your dad and interview him and give him tough interviews, and you were always there. And did he sort of some nuggets that he used to say that you now recall? Oh, that made a lot of sense.
Oh, yes. If anybody used to ask him that, that how you shaping him up, and what are those political tips that you giving him for future and all that stuff. So he had this very famous line, he used to repeat it repeatedly, and he used to say कि मछली के बच्चे को कभी तैरना नहीं सिखाया जाता. And that used to give me a lot of confidence, because he gave me that space to make mistakes. And he always used to say that I'm there like a paperweight. You go, you do your thing, and even if you make mistakes, I'm there to take care of it. This is one thing that I really miss after him.
One question about, it's 20 years since Nitish has been in power here, with most of the time with all of you. Do you feel that Bihar has actually developed enough during this period?
Well, I genuinely believe that there's always scope for improvement. There's always scope for improvement, and a lot better could have been done. And I'll be very honest when I say this. Having said that, yes, I do believe that the irony of my state, and now I believe it more because now I can relate to it. And when my Prime Minister talks about double engine ki sarkar, I know now what it means. Me being a member of parliament, I have also faced this, because for the longest time, I was in opposition in my state, though I was with the government at the central level, but I was in opposition in my state. That gave me a lot of hurdles, that gave me a lot of problems, to implement my agenda, my issues.
You now have an opposition leader, Tejaswi, who at one stage was like you, much younger.
Yeah.
Now he's at government experience. Does that make him a more formidable opponent?
Well, I don't know if that matters. I'm pretty confident of myself. And I don't think any constitutional post, or rather any post. When I started my struggle, sir, I'll tell you very honestly, I didn't even know where I'm heading towards. Back in 2021, I clearly remember it was an evening like this on 13 June. when there was a split in the party, when there was a split in the family, and I was thrown out of my own family. I've been accused of being a hypocrite, but the name of my party, the symbol that my father actually selected for his party, is taken away from me. I started from the scratch. Just keeping that belief in me. That belief in me. And then again, I'll tell you one more line that Papa used to tell me without telling me that how much he's teaching me. He used to say that during your difficult times, and if you don't understand what's happening around you, just go out to the people, just reach out to them and they'll show you the way.
So Dorab, what did you think of Chirag Paswan? Quite honest and open?
Yes, I think so. And I think, he's already been through a battle with his uncle. So he and Tejaswi now are tested people. They're not just young guys thrown into the pool. They've been tested, they've fought, and they've attained something. So I think they are really ready for the next generation fight. But the JDU has not built a hierarchy where there's a clear leader who will take over from Mr. Nitish Kumar, who's been around for a very long time, more than 20 years as Chief Minister.
And one of the things that Chirag Paswan has faced is this slightly snide remarks by his leader, Nitish Kumar, saying family politics, and he's actually family politics. And I think he didn't quite like that, did he?
No, but I think what I liked about him was he kept repeating the fact that whenever things are bad, I will come back, I will go to the people, I will fight, and I will come back. And the fact that the BJP has recognized that he is actually the successor to his father and not his uncle and brother and all, I think he's proved that, and that's why he's got the seats in the alliance this time.
In fact, Nitish is upset with him also because in the assembly elections, he put his own candidates, though he's an ally, against Nitish. And that cost Nitish a lot of seats.
Now, this election almost coincides with the harvesting season here. It's extremely hot, and most harvesting is still done by hand. No combine harvesters here anywhere. And it's mostly women who go out in the fields in the heat and do the harvest. It's really hard work, while men relax in the shade of their homes. Although, to be fair, we did see a few men that have begun to do harvesting too, just a few. When it comes to voting, there's a marginal urban-rural divide. The BJP is stronger among urban voters. In the 2020 State Assembly elections, in the urban areas, the NDA won 43% of the vote, and in the rural areas, they got a significant 7% less vote, winning just 36% of the vote in the rural areas. The UPA also did better in urban areas, but smaller gap. The gap was just 3%. Now, the neglect of the rural areas is so apparent when one speaks to the women harvesting. Their lives are steeped in extreme poverty and hardship. सुबह क्या टाइम आते हैं आप? 8 बजे से 10 बजे और शाम को
3 बजे से 6
और सिर्फ औरत काम करते हैं?
नहीं, जेंट्स भी करते हैं।
कहाँ जेंट्स दिखाई नहीं दे रहा? हस्बैंड क्या करते हैं?
लेबर में करते हैं।
लेबर में करते हैं। आप पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं?
11th क्लास में अभी।
11th क्लास, अच्छा। और उसके बाद आप क्या करेंगे?
नीट करना बस।
कहाँ से कर पाएंगे? जिसका सोच है वो कहाँ पूरा कर पाएंगे? पैसा ही नहीं रहेगा तो कहाँ से करेंगे?
ज्यादातर औरत काम करते हैं, आदमी इतना नहीं करते हैं ना?
औरत ज्यादा काम करता है।
ये क्यों?
3 बजे सोते हैं, 8 बजे रात के जाते हैं।
और ये सब आप करेंगे?
हाँ।
कितने महीने लगेगा?
ये आज भर खत्म, आज रात नहीं खत्म हो जाएगा।
थक नहीं जाते?
क्या करवा, थक जीवन का बेटवा की मजबूरी कमा खाई कर रहे हो।
आप थक जाते हैं थोड़ी?
हम तो मारते हैं, थकेंगे।
क्या टाइम से क्या टाइम तक?
सुबह आता है 3 बजे से आता है।
3 बजे सुबह?
4 बजे 3 बजे से।
8 बजे जाते हैं रात के।
हाँ जी?
8 बजे जाते हैं रात के।
8 बजे अंधेरा हो जाता तब जाते हैं? जब ये फसल खत्म होता है तब आप क्या करते हैं?
फिर घर पर बैठते हैं रूम पर।
और कुछ कमाने के लिए मुश्किल है?
तो अब क्या कमाएगा? काम मिलता है तो काम करते हैं।
क्या काम?
राजमिस्त्री वाला, हेल्पर वाला।
मिस्त्री। इसमें से कितना आपको मिलता?
चावल गेहूँ सब मिलता है ना, काटते हैं ना तो वो लोग देता है चावल गेहूँ सब खाने के लिए।
तो जब ये खत्म कर लेंगे
खत्म कर
तब 20 किलो देंगे?
20 किलो देगा।
काम ना करेंगे तो पेट कैसे भरेगा?
हम लोग 4 भाई बहन तो हमें नहीं ना पढ़ेंगे, इन लोग भी पढ़ेगा। बहुत हम लोग का गरीबी हालत है।
तो खेती करेला नहीं जगह नहीं रहेगा।
हाँ
बिल्डिंग बन रहा है ना, पूरा घर रहने के जगह खाली रहेगा, खेती धान नहीं होगा।
400 रुपये पैकेट खाद मिल रहा है।
हाँ।
उसमें भी 50 किलो मिलता था, आज 45 किलो मिल रहा है। क्या फायदा है किसान का?
मजदूर हैं, किसान मजदूर हैं। हाँ। और इसके सिवाय और कुछ नहीं है, कमाना है और खाना है।
आपने रजिस्टर नहीं किया है कि आप किसान हैं?
फॉर्म तो भरे थे लेकिन नहीं मिला, नहीं आया। क्या बात है, कहाँ दौड़े।
अब हम लोग काम छोड़ के उसी के पीछे दौड़ेंगे तो खाएंगे क्या?
ठीक है, मोदी जी काम अच्छा किए, अच्छा रहे।
You saw the people, the women working out there, hot sun, and they're just tenants. They get just a share of what they cut, and then there's no job opportunity, no income earning opportunity after that.
That's right, and so don't forget, many of them have their husbands living in towns,
right,
who can only sometimes
right,
come back for harvesting. They can't all come back at the same time, so
right,
some of them go to Punjab for harvesting.
Yeah.
So there's emigration from here to Punjab. So I think it's tough on the women. It really is.
It really is tough. But it is, I mean, it is a sign of neglect of the rural areas and of women at harvesting time in particular.
Yeah, I mean, even where the men were there in the fields, it was the women who were doing the cutting. These guys just collected the thing, and if there was a machine there for shredding, that was being used by the men.
And they were supervising, which what men should do, right?
Yeah.
That's absolutely not. I think what Baj is saying, that this is both neglecting rural areas as well as neglecting women, especially, and it's especially apparent and tragic to see at harvesting time. A third young leader we spoke to was Tejashwi Yadav, Lalu's son, but who's clearly becoming a political brand in his own right. Particularly in southern Bihar, he is seen as the main opposition to Nitish and Modi, since he is seen to have delivered so much on jobs when he was Deputy Chief Minister.
जो रोजगार की बात करेगा, जो भविष्य की बात करेगा, जो महंगाई और भ्रष्टाचारी की बात करेगा, वो आगे चलेगा।
बेरोजगारी तो आरजेडी दूर करेगी, क्योंकि 17 महीने में 5 लाख जो नौकरियां दी।
Lalu Prasad's son Tejashwi Yadav, who has come in power with the support of Nitish Kumar, I think due to the election only, he has given so much job. I think 2 lakh, more than 2 lakh jobs of teachers.
तेजस्वी जी तो चाहते हैं कि नौकरी दे, हर कोई चाहते हैं इलेक्शन से पहले, लेकिन इलेक्शन खत्म हो जाने के बाद कोई भी नहीं चाहती है। वो तो ये मुद्दा है वोट लेने का।
Who is better at giving you jobs, NDA or India? In Bihar, I'm talking about. India is better at giving you jobs.
बेरोजगारी बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ी, कोई चीज़ में किसी भी चीज़ में वैकेंसी बहुत कम गया है। ये सबसे बड़ा, लोग पढ़ लिख के गया पढ़ना पड़ रहा है, आज बेचारे घर पे आगे बैठे हुए, ये सबसे बड़ी समस्या।
रोजगार के लिए तेजस्वी यादव भी ठीक है।
नौकरी चाकरी कम है, ज़्यादा
नौकरी चाकरी तो कहाँ मिल रहा है सर, जो तेजस्वी यादव दिए उसके बाद भी सरकार उल्टी से पलटी, कभी इधर से इधर, कभी उधर से उधर।
जब वो तेजस्वी यादव डिप्टी सीएम थे, उन्होंने बहुत अच्छा किया, उन्होंने रोजगार दिया लोगों को, और इस बार का युवा जो है वो रोजगार पर ही उनको वोट करेगा।
I go and I ask people, गरीबी हटी नहीं हटी, महंगाई कम हुई या ज़्यादा हुई, रोजगार मिला नहीं मिला, पलायन रुका नहीं रुका। मोदी जी हैज़ प्रॉमिस्ड टू द फार्मर्स कि आय दोगुना करेंगे 22 में, सभी घर को पक्का बना देंगे। तो नाउ पीपल आर रियलाइजिंग दैट, सो वी हैव टू मेक देम realize that these are the real issues. We are the leaders and it is our duty to make people. But BJP is being playing very smart. They will not talk on the real issues. They want to divert the issues. I believe that JDU has no future. The party. Either people from the JDU will join BJP or RJD. They don't have any future. And I believe we had given our performance. What we had committed in election, that I will give employment to 10 lakh people if I'll become a chief minister. And at that time Nitish ji used to say, पैसा कहाँ से लाएगा, अपने बाप के पास से लाएगा पैसा, असंभव है। But when I became deputy chief minister, that was the condition, that people will ask me, media will ask me, now I'm in the government, what will I say? So you have seen that on 15th August, Independence Day, he had announced that we will give 10 lakh sarkari naukri or 10 lakh rozgar. Whose idea was it? who promised to the people. And within 17 months, we had given 5 lakh people government job. Narendra Modi ji also must have not given that much job. None other state government. So we learned quite few things. And this time also today, we released a manifesto also. And we had promised that we will give 1 crore employment to the youth.
But also as a deputy chief minister, he did actually do something for employment.
See, the other parties say that he's appropriated a government policy and made it his own. It's really a government's policy, but he got the idea.
But
and
the
then he
government
claimed
policy
credit
has
for
been
it.
around for years. Implementing it is the main thing.
Yes, he implemented, took credit for it.
Yeah.
In fact, the BJP leader said that, it's all our policy, but he's the man who got it, and he got it linked to him. So people said, he's the man who gave us the job.
I wanted to ask you that he was not just a mass leader. He has some administrative skills as well. And did you find that the voters did talk about that quite a lot?
I think they talked about the fact that he gave
Created
jobs. But I think the other thing that he has done is tried to broaden the base of the party by giving tickets to other castes than just Muslim Yadavs and his, where Lalu used to concentrate on.
One of the cliches one hears about Bihar elections that forget about any issue, it's all about and only about caste. Many people are under the impression that caste votes 100% one way or 100% the other way. Total homogeneity. Here is some enlightening data on how different castes voted in the last Lok Sabha elections. Castes that tend to vote for the BJP and NDA are the upper caste, Brahmins, Rajput and the Bhumiyars. They voted 70% for the BJP. The OBC support for the BJP was 69%, almost the same, and the extreme backward caste voted just a little less at 59% for the BJP. No wonder they had a landslide. On the other hand, 58% of Yadavs voted for the UPA and 63% of Muslims voted for the UPA too. So that's what you were talking about, that they were very polarized and now he's trying to spread it out. And the indicator is candidate selection. Now, Dorab, give us 4 or 5 big personalities, heavyweights that one should follow and see what happens.
Well, Bihar has had lots of senior heavyweight leaders. Many of them have been put out to pasture, so we will not talk about them. Let's start with the young generation. Chirag Paswan from Hajipur, his father's seat, which he won in 1977 with the world's largest majority. Then there is Jitaram Banji standing from this seat, well-traveled politically everywhere. Chief Minister for 8 or 10 months when Nitish felt that his performance in Lok Sabha was very bad and he was responsible. So he made him Chief Minister for 8 to 10 months. So there's Jitaram Banji. Last time he was the losing side with UPA. This time he's hoping he'll be on the winning side with NDA. Then there's Giriraj Singh, again, who fought against Kanhaiya Kumar last time, senior minister in the cabinet. Then there is R.K. Singh, an IAS officer from this state who left the IAS, joined politics and is a minister. And finally, there is a 2-in-1, which is the 2 daughters of Lalu Prasad Yadav. Misa Bharti, who stood from Patliputra twice, lost not very badly last time, 3.7% only. And the Rohini Acharya's second daughter, who gave him the kidney, who's fighting his original home seat of Chhapra, now called Saran, against Rajiv Pratap Rudy.
And she's getting a huge
Yes, good
response
reception because of, daughter sacrificed for her father.
As you said, a lot of the senior leaders have been sidetracked, but we did have a long and interesting conversation with Ravi Shankar Prasad. I'm seriously going to ask you about the politics of Bihar. Nitish came to you or you went to him, the 2 sides of the same story. But he's been back and forth, and now he's quite frail. When he's frail, if he decides to step down, what next? There's a bit of a vacuum.
First of all, you must remember one background. Nitish ji and we came together because of the fight against corruption, against the misrule of Lalu Prasad. The founder of Kamina was the lawyer, Sushil Modi was the petitioner, Lalan Singh of his party was also a petitioner, Shivan Tiwari of RJD was a petitioner. Lalu went to jail, got convicted in bituminous scam. This led to a tectonic shift in the polity of India and politics of Bihar. I cannot go in the past. Reality, Nitish Kumar went back to him, came back to us, went back to him. We have to see the present. Dr. Roy, you have a point. What will happen post Nitish? It is a hypothetical question.
Give us a hypothetical answer.
Yes, what hypothetical answer I cannot give. Nitish ji is there. What decision he takes about his party, who comes as a... We are going to have a very cordial relationship with JDU. They have come to us. And there is a big space for BJP, JDU combined together.
Has it worked for too long as Chief Minister? Because many people say that in even corporate life, after 10 odd years, you run out of steam like you're a normal human being.
Have you run out of steam as far as tradition is concerned?
Ran out of steam
30 years ago, so you can't tell the difference. So
No.
my point is, it is in politics, you look at Erdogan in Turkey, it's a human thing that it's an enormous responsibility to carry it for a year. It takes a strain on a person, simple as that. And he's been there almost 20 years now.
You see, one thing is very clear. Nitish Kumar, at least his term from 2005 till 2010, 11, 12, in 2009, he won with massive majority. All because of the good work he has done in terms of law and order, in terms of other development. There have been to and fro between RJD and us. I cannot deny that. But a fresh beginning has been made. What will happen post Nitish Kumar about his party, I cannot guess today. But that is a call to be taken by him and his party.
Right, so finally, what's the bottom line? Who's winning in Bihar this time? What do the opinion polls forecast? The overall average poll opinion polls forecast a clear victory for NDA in Bihar, winning 33 of the 40 seats. That's the poll of polls. The accuracy record of all India polls since 1980 is that they get the winner right 73% of the time. There is, of course, still some time to go, and there's always what pollsters love to call the possibility of a late swing. Either way. Dorab?
Yes, you're right, because Mr. Modi has been saying for some time that he expects to get 370 seats for his party alone and more than 400 for the alliance. That's quite something.
Bihar is key for them. I mean, after UP, they have won the maximum number of seats here.
39 out of 40, yeah.
And they can't afford to lose anything if their target of 370 is going to be met.
Right. Well, that's it for Countdown Bihar. We will be back with countdowns of other states all across India. Do join us again. Thank you for being with us today. We leave you with an interaction that shows the truth about the children of Bihar. Here is Pooja. She was out in the hot fields harvesting crops, and despite her family's poverty, her difficult life and the hardship she faces every day, Pooja remains positive, intelligent, and a wonderful example of why the people of Bihar are among the finest in this country. भारत को आप खाना देते हैं? बहुत बढ़िया। आप भी काम कर रहे हैं? और आप नहीं कर रहे?
कर रहे थे।
कर रहे थे?
मम्मी है मेरी।
मम्मी है।
वो मेरा भाई है वो, और ये मेरा भतीजा है। मेरे पापा भेड़ी चराते हैं, बाहर रहते हैं।
तो कितने दूर जाते हैं?
पटना तक चले जाते हैं।
अच्छा। बाप रे
पैदल ही
बाप।
चलते हैं, जहाँ रात हुआ वहीं सो जाते हैं।
पूरा साल की?
हाँ।
कितने बार वापस आते हैं?
6 महीने उधर रहते हैं, 6 महीने इधर के चराते हैं भेड़ी। फिर घर पे भी रहते हैं रात में, और दिन में भेड़ी चराते हैं।
आप स्कूल गए थे?
हाँ, इस बार 10 के एग्जाम दिए,
इसलिए आप इतना होशियार हैं। वेरी गुड।
इस बार 11th क्लास में एडमिशन करवाना है।
और उसके बाद क्या करेंगे आप?
पढ़ाई करेंगे, उसके बाद तो पढ़ाई हम लोग को छूट ही जाता है, क्योंकि उतना पढ़ाने के लिए पैसा भी होना चाहिए ना।
मुश्किल है ऐसे?
बहुत मुश्किल होता है। हम लोग 4 भाई बहन हैं।
4 भाई बहन। कितने बहन और कितने भाई?
2 भाई 2 बहन। ये दोनों मेरा भाई है, और एक बहन घर पे है, छोटी है।
ये आपको तंग करते हैं?
तंग नहीं करेगा, पढ़ाई लिखाई करना है ना बच्चा के।
हाँ। उसके बाद क्या करेंगे जब आप क्लास 12 खत्म करते हैं, तो क्या करेंगे?
बीएड में एडमिशन करवाएंगे, और क्या करेंगे?
बीएड में? अच्छा। टीचर बनने चाहते हैं कि क्या बनेंगे?
बनना तो हम टीचर ही चाहते हैं, पर उतना पढ़ तो नहीं पाएंगे ना। हम लोग को बहुत मजबूरी होता है, पैसा। हम लोग 4 भाई बहन है, तो हम ही नहीं ना पढ़ेंगे, इन लोग भी पढ़ेगा। बहुत हम लोग का गरीबी हालत है।
बहुत लगता है पैसा।
बहुत पैसा भी लगता है, घर में भी खर्चा पानी चलता है सर।
कहाँ रहते हैं? यहीं कहीं?
हाँ, ये बिल्डिंग है उसके उधर गांव है रामपुर, उधर ही रहते हैं।
अच्छा,
रामपुर गांव में।
अच्छा, तो जब ये फसल नहीं होता उनके बीच में आप क्या करते हैं?
फसल नहीं होता है तो घर पे ही रहते हैं हम लोग।
तब कमाने नहीं सकते हैं?
नहीं, ऐसे फसल हम लोग 2 ही बार करते हैं, एक धान करते हैं, एक गेहूं करते हैं।
जी हाँ, जी हाँ।
मूंग का खेती करते हैं तो मूंग होता ही नहीं है, बहुत कम होता है।
क्यों?
पैसा ही फंस जाता है, पानी का कारण
होता है, पानी नहीं मिलता है मौका पर।
बहुत करने पर पानी, बहुत पैसा भी लगता है, पानी के ऊपर पैसा लगता है, जोताई का भी। हाँ,
सब चीज पैसा पैसा।
हाँ, पैसा ही, सगरो पैसा ही है, तो कितना करेगा आदमी के।
18 से कम है तो वोट नहीं दे सकते हैं इस बार?
नहीं, मेरा 15 साल हो रहा है।
15? अच्छा, और आपका?
8 साल हो रहा है।
8 साल हो रहा है। वो क्या? और आपका? 13? अच्छा, 10? अरे वाह। आपके गांव में कौन थोड़ा आगे है?
माँ, आपको पता है
कौन चल रहा है? जो सब नेता लोग के ना पता होना चाहिए, हमको पता।
जनता को भी पता होना चाहिए कि कौन किसको जिताएगी।
आपके तो चांस है लालू यादव को जिताना।
हाँ, उन्हीं का बहुत नाम चल रहा है अभी।
आपका दिन कब शुरू होता? सुबह?
सुबह हम, मम्मी आ जाती है 4 बजे से, हम आते हैं 6 बजे से खाना वाना बनाकर।
यहाँ पे 6 बजे? और मम्मी यहाँ पे 4 बजे? क्या?
हाँ, सब हमारे गांव में ऐसे ही आते हैं, सब कटनी करने। हम लोग धूप के समय चले जाते हैं, 9 बजे
बीच
से।
में?
हाँ, 9 बजे जाते हैं, फिर 3 बजे से आ जाते हैं।
ओके, जब बहुत गर्मी हो जाता तो?
हाँ, ये मेरी बकरी है, ये परी है, इसका बच्चा है।
अच्छा,
नाम इसका रखे है, इसका नाम है परी।
परी?
हाँ, उसका मनी रखे है।
अच्छा, बहुत अच्छा। तो आप क्या वापस कब जाते हैं? अभी अभी?
नहीं, 7-6 बजे।
6-7 बजे जब थोड़ा
हाँ,
अंधेरा
हो जाता है तब।
और कितने मिलते हैं इसमें?
वो बटा जाता है।
वो आप गेहूं ले जाते, पैसे नहीं?
नहीं, हम लोग गेहूं ले जाते, खाने के लिए करते हैं।
खाने के लिए ले जाते हैं। अच्छा,
आप कहाँ से आए हैं?
हम तो दिल्ली से आए।
दिल्ली
से? हाँ।
आपका दिल्ली में घर है?
दिल्ली में घर है, जी हाँ, जी हाँ।
हमको लगा कहीं और से आए होंगे।
नहीं, दिल्ली से आए, क्योंकि सब इलेक्शन सबसे पूछ रहे कैसे चल रहा है।
अब दिल्ली से आए भी हैं।
राइट। और ये गाय बहुत अच्छी जगह है।
हाँ, ये बहुत अच्छा जगह है। अब शहर हो रहा है सब।
अब तो शहर हो गया।
तो खेती करेला नहीं, जगह नहीं रहेगा।
हाँ,
बिल्डिंग बन रहा है ना, पूरा घर रहने के जगह खाली रहेगा, खेती धान नहीं होगा।
ओ, ये सब यहाँ पे घर बनेगा?
हाँ, सब ये सब सभी था खेती है, तो अब घर बनने लगा सब। इधर पूरा सुनसान था, सब सिर्फ जंगल ही था।
अच्छा,
हम लोग खुद इधर आने से डरते थे।
अच्छा, अब नहीं?
अभी भी डरते हैं।
गाँव हो गया ऐसा तो डर लगेगा, पूरा गांव न हो गया।
जी हाँ,
तो डर कैसे लगेगा? सागरो तो आदमी है।
करेक्ट करेक्ट। अब बाहर से लोग भी आते हैं, जापान से और सब?
हाँ, आते हैं, सब घूमने आते हैं।
उधर रहते बहुत लिए हैं।
कहाँ? यहाँ पे लेते हैं?
हाँ, देखिए होटल है ना, तो ऐसे होटल में रहते हैं।
ओके ओके ओके।
इसमें रहते हैं और एक आगे है उसमें रहते हैं। फिर हम लोग को गांव तरफ भी है।
तो कौन सा गांव है आपका?
रामपुर।
रामपुर गांव। चलो फिर मिलेंगे। थैंक यू।
हमें भी आपसे बहुत अच्छा लगा बात करने में।
थैंक यू।